So, I am the soul pool, you are the soul pool, together we are the soul pool. We're the collective. Without you this doesn't work. That bit over so nobody nicks our videos. This is your weekly Pisces for the 24th of June onwards. He's really testing me, Astral DJ, at the minute because I'm not really in the now as far as music goes. I do hear some of it because of my granddaughters, but it's mostly things I've heard from the mum, and I've heard all their music. So nothing really current is in my arena. They have given me the compass points and circled the east and the one. So from that I'm thinking the only band I can think of is One Direction. I know nothing about One Direction, so we'll see what that comes off. But I'm also getting and Christian Anderson type things, like, so I'm thinking Germany, Holland, but they're telling me it's a city, so it could be, I don't know, Stockholm, Hamlin, Berlin. I don't know where the buildings are, but I know what I'm looking for now. I've got a little bit of a ditty tune, so we'll see where we go from there. But it's always a nice surprise, and we'll see what we get from it. But Pisces, now we're going to do your read. He likes to be very cryptic, and sometimes I know it straight away by the cards, but if I've never heard it, he always has to help me and give me clues. So let's see. So what does Pisces need to know, Spirit, please? And when I finish this, I can have a coffee and not before, which is badly needed. So Pisces, what do we know? Have you put those boundaries in place? Are you keeping them in place? Because you do like to play the martyr, don't you? Oh, it's quite a way off. Beginning of next week, I imagine. And funny enough, the reads do seem, these three seem to be about next week. I don't know why. So that's yours. I'll get rid of the ones we don't need. Patience. You need a lot of patience, because somebody's not telling you everything. They're not exactly lying, but they're not telling you everything. Deceit, possibly theft, or you may be keeping things close to your chest, and you are playing the martyr or the victim, which is not good. You're not putting your boundaries in place. Don't let others manipulate you. Don't you try and manipulate a situation, and don't sacrifice yourself for people who are ungrateful. You're comparing yourself to others, that won't work either. Comparison is not your friend. You are planting the seeds for a new future, so don't make that negative. 7 years is mentioned. It's a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, female, perhaps mother energy. Arguments with a woman, perhaps those born on the 3rd or the 30th, living or past, date for your diary and address. It's mothers, mother-in-laws, mothers of your children, usually. Trying to do everything by yourself and not asking for help, but coming out of a toxic situation. So I'm just going to have a look, because I want to know if we can find out anything about this lady She's a pentacle. So, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Capricorn, cusper. That's what we know about her. She's generous, she's a good friend. Capricorn coming out of toxic situations, so it may be something to do with a friend if you haven't got problems. But you may be sacrificing yourself a bit too much for this friend. She's maybe a bit needy. But she is generous to you, so maybe you don't mind because it's a two-way street. We'll see. Finances seem important. And the lack of finances, it's somebody needs help, but they don't want to ask for it. They're keeping all these problems to themselves and not asking for help, sitting on the fence and not making a decision. There's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, older man, possibly a doctor, priest or lawyer could be involved. Somebody who's quite detached and clear thinking, not putting enough effort into a situation for 8 years. It's no communication, especially via the internet. Somebody's stirring the pot, somebody wants to win, they're not bothered about who they hurt in the process. Conflict and competition, it could get violent, so walk away. Don't let this. Somebody's trying to avoid this massive blowout. I'm not sure that that's going to work. A 16, living all past it, Fidarian address, massively important in a negative way. Arguments, accidents, losses within the home. If you're a mother, you may be arguing with your children. There's heartache, sorrow, loss and separation. Perhaps minor surgery. But there's a gift from spirit coming of a new home, a new business, a new career, something that you need to nurture. Within a year it will pay off. So it's bringing you out of a mental prison, perhaps of your own making, an unconditional love of a water sign male. There's lack of commitment here, but there's passion. So maybe you have to wait and see what comes of this. You may have had to cut yourself free from someone, or someone has cut themselves away from you, which it seems is a good thing. You need to love yourself first before you get involved with anybody else, really. Self-esteem is important. The 3rd or the 30th is and the 15 is negative. So now is the 22nd. Fear is holding someone back. Not taking a risk, putting things off until tomorrow that you should do today. This is going to become very, very clear, probably because of a Leo or somebody born on the 19th, living all past it, Fidarian address, bringing you out of a mental prison of your own making. You may have to take a loss financially, half of what you earn, or take yourself out of a situation, out of the pack, if you like, voluntarily isolating yourself or feeling lonely in a room full of people. Children may be involved, someone from your childhood may return, but that's positive energy, it's not negative. 6 months, but there is problems within the home and family life, financially and security, and it's because of this Leo, I think. Illness, bad temper, not expressing themselves properly, heart, back problems, and not facing things head on. So until you do, you can't heal it, you can't get back out into society. There's groups of people that you need to meet yet, and you can't because of this holding you back. Something's holding you back. So you need to get out of this toxic situation. Love yourself enough, because there is happiness waiting for you when you do. The 8 and the 26 is negative energy, and so is the 17. You have to get very clear about things. Stop You can't fix a problem with the same man that created it, so you have to get out of that, out of your own way. There's a male enemy here, possibly those born 1965 or connected to somebody born 1965 plus or minus 12 February to February, that you possibly don't even know about yet. Communication is massively important, positive communication. I'm getting pains in my left eye, above my left eye, maybe migraine. Somebody suffered with a head before they passed. A female has received or seen the written word that's distressed her. Someone is realising that money cannot buy health and happiness. There will be a doctor involved, perhaps romantically even, but mostly it's healing a medical issue. There is a friend or confidant you can confide in, but the fear is still holding you back. You don't know which way to turn. You may be discussing or be the topic of discussion with other people. Too many people sticking their nose in your business, a group, possibly a family situation. There's infidelity and disloyalty from those born 1970, plus or minus 12 February to February. Yeah, the truth's got to come out, no matter what. Once the truth comes out, everything will be fine. Do things by the book as much as possible, but don't let people lead you by the nose because of it, because there's some spying, lying and deceit happening. You have to learn to breathe through this anxiety. Clean up your side of the street, but don't try cleaning up other people's messes. Not your monkeys, not your circus. And don't waste your time building bricks where you're not going to stay. Let go of the whys, because they will eat you up from the inside and poison you. So you don't need to know why. You might never find out why. This is a never-ending story, and if you don't get out of your own head, you're going to be stuck there forever. A soulmate is waiting for you. Yeah, Jupiter, abundance is coming your way. So nothing can grow in barren lands at the minute, so you need to move forward towards your abundance. Perhaps in July, because the number 7 is important. The Wheel of Fortune, a change is coming for the better. They're giving you the lucky Ankh, which is protection and good luck. The lips of the wise are like doors of a cabinet. No sooner are they opened, but treasures pour out before thee. So once the truth is out, because that window's been opened, then everything, fresh air can come in and clear the energy. Expect doors to swing open. There may be an issue with the father that presents itself, something you've inherited from your father. Fortune is shining on you. You are being given not only a gift but a lift, if not divine help. Blocks are going to be removed from your path. As you wield the influence of your own positivity and goodwill, this is certainly an astrological lucky break. But you're not going to be able to kick back and rest on your laurels. Instead, you're going to be required to attend to what you set into place and keep that positivity and attention flowing. You must continue to nurture the energies to the projects or events you have started, otherwise they will decay. When it comes to providence and fortune, there's always a payment due. Some toil or sacrifice on your part, so do keep this in mind. You're on your way, just don't neglect things and become lax in your endeavours. A possibility of taking people and situations for granted. This can make you feel happy and complacent, and you may have to watch for weight gain or for other ways you indulge yourself and others. It's important to keep a watchful eye and not skim over the details in any matter. Jupiter is strongly tied to the law and ideas of fairness, so you may find your opinions and convictions rather strong. Jupiter is represented by a largesse, so try not to become overbearing, as this attitude could sabotage all that you've worked for. If you feel at the moment that you're in a dark period of time and you have drawn this card, be assured blessings are on their way, doors are opening, and with generosity and in faith it is time to walk through them. The Jupiter card gives a positive spin on any reading, so keep that in mind regardless of what the cards say. You are growing, you are expanding as a person. There may be mergings of two families and that will cause friction. There are wide open ranges for you to visit, moving on to better things, greener pastures. Fortune, the lifting of any obstacles, a respite after a time of stress or turmoil. The high road, opulent objects, indulgence, the payoff. Watch out for drunkards, recreational drug use, being excessive, being generous, showing generosity. Humour, being kingly or queenly, a benevolent ruler. Religion or spiritual ideas and spiritual quests may be involved. Scriptures, religious texts, the higher mind, wanting to see the meaning behind your life. Churches, priests, the Catholic Church, astrologers, places of learning such as universities, schools, teachers, the law, being free, having a purpose. Openness, showing tolerance, being all-inclusive. Honour, having gratitude, having goodwill. The colours violet, purple, royal blue. Large animals, especially dogs and horses. So those born 1970 and 1966, plus or minus 12, February to February. The wheel is turning in your favour. A change in luck, good fortune, high ideals, a sense of purpose, and the strength for you to go on. So, you are strong enough. Go forwards. Thanks for listening.